I don't think he's coming back out anytime soon.
I'm scared. Come on, I'm keep running.
I'm sorry for real, Jonathan.
The result of being around that man, Sean Puffy Combs, I don't sleep to this day.
Remember when Burna Boy was on top, holding his Grammy like the true African giant? It felt like he was unstoppable. But lately, some are saying things have taken a turn. Let's rewind and see how Burna went from being a Nigerian star to a worldwide sensation faster than you can say. Burna Boy first made waves in Nigeria with his signature Afrofusion sound, releasing hit after hit until everyone was talking about him. His album African Giant had the world dancing and even got him his first Grammy nomination, but that was only the start. In 2021, he took it a step further, winning a Grammy for Twice as Tall. He seemed to be living his best life, on magazine covers, performing at sold-out shows, and rubbing elbows with the industry's biggest stars. But, as they say, not everything that glitters is gold.
I'll be happy. If I do this, I'll be happy.
He's gone through a lot in a very short life.
I decided to stop because I felt like I was dying. My security and stuff were coming into the room at night to check my pulse. Like, people don't know how serious it got. Like, it was legit crazy.
Started swirling, spreading faster than a whirlwind. People began whispering that Burna Boy wasn't as happy as he seemed. We were all left wondering what was really happening behind those designer shades. Why would someone at the height of their career feel down? Then Burna started posting cryptic messages on social media, dropping hints here and there. But trying to figure it out felt like piecing together a puzzle with most of the pieces missing. One moment, he'd talk about his success, and the next, he'd mention feeling trapped. It was confusing, to say the least, and then came Diddy, the music mogul himself. At first, this seemed like an ideal partnership. With Diddy's connections and marketing skills, and Burna as the rising Afrobeat star, it looked like a winning combination. But something felt off. Why would a superstar like Burna, already shining so brightly, need a big name like Diddy's to help him rise? It felt a bit like hiring a coach when you're already a gold medalist. As time went on, the cracks started to show. Burna wasn't just feeling down, he felt creatively trapped. In interviews, he hinted at struggles with his artistic freedom, feeling as though he wasn't fully in control of his music. Watching it unfold was like seeing a slow-motion crash that you just couldn't turn away from.
It's scary.
What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there, Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man, Faith Evans, Jodeci, Mary J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this.
Now, you might be wondering, just how bad could this deal really be? Let me tell you, it's not just bad, it's downright shocking. Imagine if Burna Boy's contract with Diddy was so twisted, it made old-school record deals look easy by comparison. At first glance, it probably looked straightforward. Diddy's label would take care of distribution, marketing, and all the behind-the-scenes work, leaving Burna free to focus on his music. Sounds great, right? But here's the catch. There's always fine print, and in this case, it's like signing your soul away. These music contracts are more complicated than trying to figure out mixed signals from an ex. They cover everything from royalties and advances to merchandise and touring, with clauses that can be sneakier than that friend who always forgets her wallet at brunch.
I flown out to Atlanta by a manager. His name's Scooter Brown. Flown out to Atlanta just to meet with him and meet different producers and different people. I was actually going to meet Jermaine Dupri at his studio. And who rolls up? Usher in his Range Rover. Yeah, rolls up, and I was like, "Is that who I think it is?" And Scooter was like, "Yeah." And so I ran up to him and I was like, Usher, I love your songs. You want me to sing you one?" And he was like, "Let's just go inside, little buddy. It's cold out." So the politest possible way he can say no, he did. And I was like, wow, he just turned me down. And I was a little disappointed. He had to go into a studio session, so I was like, whatever. And a week later, he actually watched my videos with my manager and was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I let him sing? So flew me back to Atlanta where I got to meet him again, and he wanted to sign me. But there was something else.
Justin Timberlake, right?
Yes, Justin Timberlake also wanted to sign me. It was like kind of like, what happened was Justin Timberlake and Usher both went into a ring and boxed it out. And
Burna Boy isn't the first artist to get caught in a tough contract. Remember when Prince famously wrote Slave on his face due to his deal with Warner Brothers? And TLC, selling millions of records yet still broke because of a bad contract. Diddy's been around this block before, so he knows the game well. So, what's at risk for Burna? It could be his music, his earnings, and even his creative freedom, all the things that define his career. Contracts like these can control every aspect of an artist's life, from their sound and image to who they collaborate with. Imagine being in a relationship where your partner decides what you wear, who you see, and what you eat for breakfast. Not much freedom there, right? And here's where it gets really juicy. Burna hinted in a leaked interview that he might have signed away more than just his music rights. He suggested that Diddy could be getting a cut of everything: tour income, merchandise sales, even endorsements. It's like Diddy's got his hands in all Burna's pies, leaving Burna with just the crumbs.
And his management was backing him all. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. He had already been to the hospital. That situation that Gene was talking about. And you still took Bieber there. But you got custody of him first. Diddy had already tried. They wouldn't let him. Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler. Does that sound like a good guy?
It's horrible.
Does that sound like a good guy? Now that we know what Diddy's really like. They're not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber.
With Diddy so deep in Burna's business, you'd think Burna would be living large, right? But what if I told you this deal might be stirring up a storm? Rumor has it there's drama behind the scenes that could put reality TV to shame. In the beginning, Burna and Diddy looked like best buddies, posting smiles from the studio, yacht parties, and fancy events. But beneath those happy snapshots, tensions were brewing fast. Studio arguments? Let's just say they'd make Simon Cowell seem soft. It wasn't just creative differences, it was more like all-out creative warfare. And when the money talk started, things got even uglier than a pair of Crocs on a high-fashion runway.
Evidence that would put him in jail against him on the dark net to the highest bidder. Why would he sell evidence of his debauchery and savagery? Why would he sell on the dark net his tapes? Just terrible. Wanna know why? Because he doesn't intend to stand trial.
Is he protecting people, or are people protecting him?
Oh no, he's selling it because he needs the cash. The last Freak Off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because...
Now, let's talk about the power dynamics here. Diddy's got connections like a switchboard and experience that spans decades, while Burna brings raw talent and a whole continent of fans who've got his back. It's like a modern-day David and Goliath, but this time in the music world things really hit a breaking point when Burna felt his grip loosening on his music, his career, even his own image. It was all slipping away like sand through his fingers, while Diddy clutched it tightly, like a kid hanging on to the last piece of candy. What began as a dream partnership was turning into a power struggle nightmare. It was like Burna realized too late that he was playing checkers while Diddy was playing chess. He was sending signals, calling for help, but was anyone listening? The music industry can be colder than an ex's heart, and right now, Burna was feeling every bit of that chill.
Justin Bieber, all these, I want to know. Justin Bieber, look at his life change. This man life, that man is terrified of public. I seen the video, I'm in the street, dog. Like, people know, you know fear, dog. Be like, what's up? What happened to your number? You like, man, I lost it. No fear, man. You gotta think of all the people, white folks, who've been at the parties. They scared. They don't roll in crowds with niggas. You know, when they get slapped in the mouth at a party for being too high, they shut up. You get what I'm saying? You gotta think of all these people who've been terrified for years. Everybody. But see, people understand. I can say this, because I've been saying it while he was out. I'm one of the few people been calling this out for years.
Just when you thought Burna was down for the count, he comes back swinging like a heavyweight champ. But don't expect Diddy to roll over. This is a true clash of titans that could shake up the music industry. Burna isn't just sitting around feeling sorry for himself, he's fighting back, and things are getting messy. He's dropping hints in interviews like breadcrumbs, and his music seems filled with hidden messages. One moment, he's singing about love, the next, he's throwing shade darker than an ex's soul. Meanwhile, Diddy's team isn't staying quiet. They're spinning the narrative faster than your head after one too many tequila shots. It's turned into a game of he said, she said, and everyone's trying to keep up. Diddy's side is painting Burna as ungrateful, while Burna's team is rallying behind him, shouting "Free Burna," like fans at a concert.
Actually waited with a child that wasn't yours. Were you grooming that little boy? I don't even want to start those conversations, because that's not your child. You know what I'm saying? And for you to keep him that close, it's like you kept him that close because he might got your secret, because he's not your child. So if he's not your child and you that type of person with that type of character, you don't mind actually doing it to him when he finally reached a certain age, because he's not yours. And you know in your mind he's not yours. And now you keep him real close to you. You make sure he don't go to his daddy. Why? You make sure he's separated with him, and you provide him with everything he wants. Why? You got one of them little Michael Jackson secrets. He got one of them secrets that he can't tell nobody, because his legacy, his manhood gonna be, and not only that, his brother not gonna look at him crazy. Only Puffy know, only God and Puffy. I don't know. All I'm gonna say is, no.
Album sure, son?
All I'm gonna say is, who's infatuated with another man's son now?
Now, lawyers are entering the ring, and this is turning into a real David versus Goliath showdown. Burna's legal team is hard at work, probably running on Red Bull and pure determination, while Diddy's lawyers are sitting comfortably in their high-end offices, feeling like they've got this under control. But remember, David did take down Goliath, so don't count our African giant out just yet.
Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed the Usher.